A lot of them can lie. Hey. Somebody will be telling you, I love you, you know, let's start a relationship in this Belgium, and you think that maybe you have seen somebody that you can hustle yourself in this Belgium, not knowing that that uncle has a wife back home with 5 children. Hey guys, welcome back again to my channel. My name is Flavin. And I am your favorite girl on this YouTube streets when it comes to talking about immigration things related to Belgium. And also I like to make lifestyle content where I just show you guys I'm navigating my life as a young girl living in Belgium. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about some of the things that I highly recommend you don't do when you get to this country, Belgium, okay? So the first thing that I'm going to talk about is when you get here and you want to register for your insurance, never you, in the name of Jesus Christ in heaven, sign as a dependent under somebody. Let me explain. Now, this is coming from personal experience, okay? So what some people do is that if they come here, they have like aunties and uncles, you know, they will want to sign under them. They want to be a dependent under their health insurance because of course you will not have to pay for your own insurance. You will just be feeling free. You know, you come as an international student and you just want to go under people. You know, you don't want to do your own things. My dear, if you are more than 18, you're not a child. This doesn't concern people who are like children. You're a child, you're 9 years, 10 years, 15 years. I beg, go and sign under your parents. I'm talking about full-blown adults like me. You are 20-something years and you're coming as an international student and you're coming to sign as a dependent under somebody. Why? What you don't know is that whenever you want to do documentation or anything, they will start asking you to bring your own tax things. They'll ask you documentation. They'll ask you documentation from that person, and what betide you? That person leaves Belgium. It is going to be catastrophic. You're going to be in a whole lot of issues, okay? I have been in some issues lately because the person I signed under as dependent is no longer in Belgium. So it was just a whole mess for me. I had to go back to my insurance company to terminate it and say, please, sign me now as an individual, okay? Because I'm having a lot of issues. If you want to do anything, they'll say, oh no, go and bring that person's documentation. Go and let that person bring this. Let that person bring that. Meanwhile, if you are alone, you will not have to bother anybody. You just go ahead and do your things. And also, it has to do with when you want to renew your student ID for the next year. And this one I got from other students, okay, that once you are a dependent, when it comes to renewing your ID, that person that you're dependent on that will have to dig a lot of documents, and which actually takes a lot for these documents to come out. So imagine that they're asking me to bring out my tax. I am a student. I've worked with almost 6 different companies and interim, so I have to start going into all these different interims, digging information. And so imagine I have to do that, then another person too has to. It's just a whole mess. So if you're coming here as an international, please, the 100 euros or the how many euros that you're going to pay for a year is not going to kill you. Pay for your insurance alone, okay? Don't go and be dependent under somebody. Another one that I want to talk about that is pinning my chest because I'm still suffering it up to now. Even up to now, I have not settled the issue. Is buying second-hand things online and you don't have the necessary documents. And this applies to scooters. This applies to steps. This applies to bicycles. This applies to even cars. Second-hand things. Now this is my story, okay? So we got these little bikes that I call scooters, okay? And the person we got this scooter from gave us documents, but it turns out that one of the documents was not complete. You understand? It was not complete. Now, if up to now is going to almost a lot of months, going to almost 1 year, we cannot get hold of this person. I cannot sign insurance for this person. My scooter of 400 euros is just sitting there. I cannot ride the scooter because I need that other half paper. I have gone to all the police offices in this Belgium that you can think of, and all they are telling me is that it is the original owner of that scooter that has to go and file for a police report. If actually the document is missing, he has to file for that document and give it to me before I can go and do insurance. So as I'm starting like this, there's nothing I can do because they said they have a track record of the fact that people come and claim that a document is missing. Meanwhile, they stole the scooter. So actually, it could still be that I stole that scooter. That's why I don't have that document. So in order for them to be safe this year, what the Belgian government did is that the person that has the scooter is the one to go and file for the missing report. So please, when you come here and you want to buy anything secondhand, go with somebody who knows, or maybe go with another student that has been in the same situation that understands. Or better still, when you people want to sign this thing, let there be a receipt, let there be a contract. You can even go to the police station to sign, so that the police will see that all the documents are intact before you can go. Because if not, the stories are, it's not just me, there are people who have come and suffered the same thing. So don't come and suffer like that when you want to buy second-hand things, because these things will help you. You will need a scooter, because I don't have a driver's license. When do I want to start driving scooters? We don't need licenses to drive scooters, okay? And with a scooter I can go everywhere, because there are times that I want to do something early but the bus is not coming. There are some jobs that I want to take that will pay me higher, but I cannot take the jobs because either the job is in the night, or where the company is located, public transportation does not go there. So you will need a scooter that you can drive yourself and go there. And most people get bicycles because at times where you live and where the next bus stop is, it's very far for you to be walking. So people take bicycles to help them go like that. And cars, for people who have driver's license, you will need a car, because when you have a car, like I said, a lot of convenience. So before you buy any of these second-handed things, okay, make sure that all the documents are intact. You don't want to go through what I'm going through. Another thing that I want to say don't do is that when you get to this country, you just sit and think that because it's in the Western world, everything is in a system, automatically they're going to call. Is that you just sit and you don't follow up your things. I remember when I came here and then we had put my documents at the commune, and we were waiting for these people to call us. 1 week they are not called, and then my aunt was like, but what's happening? Because we live in a small community, so it's not something that, it's not like Brussels that you know that it will take you months even for the commune to reach out to you. So she got worried, and then we called the commune like, oh, we dropped these documents, is there something wrong? Maybe the police has not come to control this girl. That's when these people now said that, oh, we are sorry, it's because she has not given us her school certification to show that she's really going to that school. Mind you, these people have my admission letter, but when you get here, your school has to give you a particular certificate again for you to prove that you are really a student. So you add it with your documents and give it to the commune. So now I am wondering, if you knew that one document is missing, why did you not call me after 1 day of realizing that this document is missing? Why did you not call me to bring the document? So that's what I'm saying, that it's the same thing even with jobs. A lot of people come, like, why am I saying a lot of people? I used to be one of those a lot of people, okay? Like, you just apply for jobs online and then you sit. Don't sit. Once you apply, if there's a number, they pick and call. Remind them. Let them be on their toes, okay? They like those kind of people even. So don't come here and you just sit like this and you're waiting. Yeah, what are you waiting for? With all the digitalization, okay, there are still some incompetent workers in some of these companies. So you have to call when you see that something is not going as planned. If they say they're going to call you after 2 days and after 2 days they don't call you, call them. Don't sit and wait, okay? They don't get angry when you call them. No, just call them and say, oh please, I want to remind you of this thing. Oh please, what's happening? I dropped this and I've not gotten it. Just call. Don't come and sit and say, I'm waiting for them to reach out to me. Who is them that will reach out to you? Another thing that I want to say is that for my introvert sisters, my introvert brothers that we like to be to ourselves, please, my dear, when you get here, come out of your shell. And I'm talking this out of personal experience. I'm somebody who likes my space. Hey, you see me like this, I can stay in this my room for 365 days and I don't have any, so long as I have my food, I am fine in this my space. But how is that going to help you? If you don't come out of your shell, how is that going to help you? If you don't mingle with other students, how will you get new updates, new ideas, new things? When you come here, don't isolate yourself. When you see people on the street, walk up to them, talk. Don't come and sit and you are just isolated and you think that opportunities will come and fall on your laps. My dear, it won't. It won't. I remember when I moved from Zoda to Diepenbeek, there's this job that I used to do at UPS. So I stopped doing the job because now the distance is too much. When I was in Zoda, I used to use my bicycle and cycle for like 20 minutes and I'm already at work. But now I'm in Diepenbeek and there was just no way for me to go to that. And mind you, there are Cameroonians that are working at UPS that live around this Diepenbeek. because I was not mingling with other students, I did not know. It's when I started making friends, started talking to other people, that's when I learned that there are other students around me that go to that same job, which means that I could just connect with them and they will carry me to work when they are going. But because I did not know, that's why I was not taking that job that used to give me meal vouchers, one of my favorite jobs. So this is just me trying to say that don't isolate yourself. Look for a community, okay? Belong with people. It's when you are sharing ideas, you're being in a space and gathering of other people, that is when you are going to get ideas, you're going to get updates. For example, I had the issue of the codependent and the issue of the scooter, and it's just because I have like other people that I talk to that when I share some of these things, ideas come up, okay? So please don't come and isolate yourself. Come out of your I know that you are an introvert, but being an introvert does not pay you in this country. Extroverts and people who talk are the ones that will benefit in this country. Come out of your shell. This point that I want to talk now is going to be a little bit controversial. What I'm going to say is that when you come here, listen 50-50. Don't over listen to people who have been in this country for like 20 years and above. You know, I know that we believe that when somebody has been in a particular place for long, they have more ideas, they know a lot of things. But what you forget is that every single year, things are changing. Use me for example. I came to this country and it's going to be 1 year. The same way that I did my visa process and all of that, do you know that in this 2022 it's a completely different way? Like the students I talk to, like the whole process is so different from what I did. That's to tell you that every single year things are changing. There are people that are in this country for 20-something years and they don't know that after your program you have 1 year to look for a job or to do something else. Okay, they don't know. So when you meet them, they'll be like, just study and then apply for the next program, because you know that after your program is finished, that's all. And then when you start telling them, oh no, we have 1 year to look for job, they're like, hey. So things have changed. So what I'm saying is that there are advice that people that have been in this country for long will give you, which is very good. If somebody that has been in this country tells you that learn Dutch because it will help you, they are not lying. It's actually going to help you. But what I've come to understand is that if you really want to survive well as an international student in this country, the best way is going closer to students, okay? Go closer, join community of students. If you're a Nigerian, I believe that there's a Nigerian community in your area, or there's an African community in your zone. Like in Hasselgate, there's a community for, I'm sure, Cameroonians. I don't think it's African. Like there's a community for Cameroonians in Hasselt, okay? Which means that these people are going to give you all the small new updates, all the meetings, or everything. Like they stand in a better chance to explain a lot of things, okay? I'm not saying that neglect ancient advice, and by ancient advice I mean that advice of experienced people who have been in this. I'm not saying you should neglect it, but I'm just trying to tell you that actually I think that the best people that can actually sensitize you as an international student, I'm not talking if you come as a worker, as an international student, the best people that can actually also set you on a good path are other students, okay? Yes, I'm not going to lie, I'm somebody who has enjoyed from both parts, okay? I've enjoyed from experienced people when it comes to looking for jobs, blending in. I learned a lot from experienced people who have been in this country for long. But also lately, like a lot of things I have learned from students. So I have enjoyed from both ways. So don't just come completely and think that maybe your auntie, your uncle, your brother, your sister who has been in Belgium for 20-something years is going to be the only one that can help you. No, go closer to students. They are the ones that will give you the small, they are the ones that will bring out the small discounts, the things that are going on, the little holes and all the best small benefits pertaining to students, okay? Another one that I want to talk about is that when you come here and you want to buy food or you want to buy anything, you just see supermarket, you just enter and you are buying. My dear, don't do that. Always, I still come back to the part of working with students, okay? Ask students the cheap supermarkets. As of now, I mean, I have been claiming in my life that Koroyd is the cheapest supermarket in Belgium. I mean, I used to hit my hand on my chest and say they are cheap until I met a student and in the bus the other day, and because of him I'm even learning about my bus discounts and a lot of things. Because of that student told me that there is another cheap supermarket in Hasselt called Eurofood, and God, I went to that place and my brain is paining me. I was mesmerized. I was shocked. I was like, whoa, Jesus, What a life. I'm telling you that don't come here and go to any supermarket. When you come here, you see things like Spar, Carrefour. You nothing that, oh, in Cameroon we have Spar and Carrefour. Go and enter. What you buy in Correct or Euro food, €1. In Carrefour, you buy it €5. Spar, you even buy it €6. So when you come here, don't just see a supermarket and say, oh, that's a supermarket you're running, think to go and enter. My dear, make sure that it is cheap, it is affordable for you, because as a student, everything that is €1 lesser or few cents less, go for it. Another one, and this hits home because I regret every day, is that don't come and work and neglect your school. At the end of the day, the most important thing that brought you here is your school. So as you are working this job or working that job, please make sure that you have time to study, you have time to do your assignments, you have time to do your group work. You don't want to enter one chance whereby when you want to go and renew, they will now say that they don't want to renew because you failed all your courses, and they realize that you were overworking. Don't enter one chance, okay? Make sure that as you are hustling, because another good thing about Belgium that I think a lot of other countries don't have is that even though they've stated that as a student you're supposed to work 475 hours in a year, even when you go after that number of hours, you're not in trouble. All they have to do is that they will now change your status from a student to a working student. I'm saying that because I have passed my hours this season, okay? So I fall under the category of working student now, and as a working student, they are picking small tax out of your money, but you're not paying the same tax like normal regular workers. But just know that now, if they were paying you €12 per hour, maybe the money will now come down to maybe €10 per hour, because they are taking small money now for tax. But then what I'm trying to say is that don't come and work and forget the real reason that brought you here. Just try and pass, even if you're having the 50% in your courses, but just try and pass, okay? Yes, you may not pass all your courses, but don't overfail. Don't let the percentage that you fail be more than the percentage that you pass. As you are going and hustling and looking for money to solve your family problems and to take care of yourself, don't neglect school. Another one, I want to lift my hands up high for my single ladies coming here, my beautiful girls that are going to come here now. You know that when you come to a new place, especially if you are single, you are not married, you are not engaged, you don't have a boyfriend, you may want to get into one or two, you know, those kind of things. Be aware, especially of my African brothers, be aware of those set of people. Now, I'm not saying that black men or African men in Belgium are bad. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say is that a lot of them can lie. Hey. Somebody will be telling you, I love you, you know, let's start a relationship in this Belgium, and you think that maybe you have seen somebody that you can hustle yourself in this Belgium, not knowing that that uncle has a wife back home with 5 children. Do not fall in the hands of these snakes in the name of men, okay? Be very careful. Now, I don't blame a lot of African girls who come here and they date Belgians or white people, because the African men here, you are not even sure. Bunch of liars. Bunch of liars. I'm telling you something. You cannot tell if they are married or they are single. At this point in time, I don't even know who is married or who is not married. So just be careful. Be very careful who you date, okay? If somebody approaches you and you think that they are catching feelings, make sure that you become an FBI. Trace them, look for them everywhere. Make sure that they are not married, too, because a lot of them here don't speak the truth. So for my single girls, be very careful. When you come here and your African brothers are trying to toast you up and down, make sure that they are really single. Because a lot of them just want to waste your time. A lot of them are just looking for a girl that will be cooking for them, because to cook in this Belgium is not bonbon. To cook in this Europe is not as easy as cooking back in Africa, where you will just cook and if somebody is cooking and giving you food in this Europe, they are good. They are very good. So they are looking for somebody that will be feeding them, somebody that will be taking care of their emotional needs and all those other things, so that they can be buying time. Meanwhile, a lot of them have fiancés back home that they will go back in December and get married to them, or they have wives at home and children at home where they are working and sending money to them. Then you are there servicing them in all different aspects of life. Be very careful, my sister. Don't do it. Another one, this one comes from my soft life video. don't feel bad about working hard and spending for yourself. Now let me explain, okay? So I got myself a new phone. So this is the iPhone 13 Pro Max, and before I could get this phone, I said, how will I just count this much money that I have suffered to go and buy a phone? One thing is that I don't even know where my iPhone 6 Plus is. That phone has stressed the living daylight out of me. There are apps that phone cannot take. You guys know that as they bring out new iPhones, the iOS is going up. So the iPhone 6 Plus that I had is just iOS 12, which means that it could not take apps. It could not take my bank app. It could not take my working app. It could not take a lot of things. I could not update, because every app that you want to download, they will say, oh no, it's only people with iOS 13 software that can do this. I've tried to even update the software. It's not going. The back part of the camera is not working. The phone was just stressing me for almost 1 year that I've been in this Belgium. So I was just like, you know what, see, I need a new phone. But then because I need a new phone, I was still contemplating. I said, no, let me not spend much money. Let me just go for a small iPhone. And then my boyfriend was like, you know what, see, leave all of those thoughts, go and buy it. You're the one working this money. At least let something show in your life that you're the one working this money. So I got a new phone. That aside, the whole point is that as you are in this abroad, don't come and be looking homeless because you want to solve everybody's problem back home. You want to save money and go back home and act and claim to be Dangote. Make sure that as you are trying to solve every other person's problem, you're also trying to help yourself. Because at times I don't get it why I see people working 2 jobs, 3 jobs, and you're looking homeless. What? Why? Are you the one carrying all the problems on this earth? Why? I mean, I know that I was guilty of that at some point in my life. Like, I was looking really, I don't know the word to describe myself, some months back. But now see, I'm gonna take care of myself. You know why? I am going to take care of myself. Another thing that I want to talk about is that when you come here, you're going to be needing, network providers, for calls, internet for your mobile and all of that. Don't go and sign with network providers that don't give you any extra additional perks. Let me take for example, now I am signed with Orange Belgium. That's my network provider, and by the way, they are not sponsoring this video, so I beg. So I signed myself with Orange Belgium, and so one of the advantages is that when I went to buy this iPhone, okay, I got a 100 euros deduction from the initial price. So let's just say hypothetically, maybe they were selling this phone for like 1,500 euros just because I am their customer, and I have a monthly plan whereby every month I pay for a particular subscription that allows me to have free calls, free texting, and a particular number of megabytes for my data and all of that. They gave me 100 euros reduction. So instead of paying 1,500 euros, I paid 1,400 euros. So when you come here, look for those kind of network providers. Don't go and look for, I think I will not advise anybody to use Leica. I will not advise you to use them, okay? But then what I'm just saying here is that in the long run, look for network providers that will give you additional perks. Because as of now, if I want to maybe buy a phone, I want to buy gadgets from the Orange store, I have certain reductions. Same thing with Proximus. People like Proximus, if you use Proximus as your network provider, okay, and you want an iPhone, you will not be like me that pays cash all at once, okay? You can be paying small every month. Even as an international student, they will give you, there is no, that they don't discriminate. I mean, I was at their store and I asked them and they were willing to do it for me. So look for network providers that have those kind of small benefits attached to it, okay? Don't just go and sign for a network provider because you want to go and sign for them. And another thing is that if you are signed to a network provider and you have a particular subscription which we call abonnement, for example, me, the abonnement means that in this Belgium I can call anybody, anywhere, any network, and it is free. But there is a particular thing that says that I'm not supposed to call out of Belgium. And now with my coconut head, I use my abonnement and I called somebody out of Belgium. And you know what happened? A bill came and then the number was blocked. So when you get a network provider, follow their rules. If they say don't call out of Belgium, don't call out of Belgium, okay? Another thing that I want to talk is that, when people come here, they'll be like, I want to live in Brussels. I want to live in the busiest place in Brussels. I want to live in the busiest place in Antwerp. Don't come and start looking for how to live in busy places or the most attractive or fun place. My dear, look for where you know that the rents and everything is going to be cheap, that you can pay. Look for places where you feel like when you want to go to the commune, when you have issues, they are going to sort it out fast. Look for places where you know that your ID cards will be coming out fast every year when you are renewing. Don't go and look for those places that are fun, have big names. Yes, when you tell somebody I live in Brussels, wow, you live in the capital city of Belgium, you live in the capital of the EU, you live in the beast. See, do you know all the disadvantages that come to living in Belgium? Expensive house rent for international students, noisy, crime rate is high, student jobs are not easy to come by, especially for international, and just a bunch of things that will give you headache and make you depressed. So when you come here, don't go and start looking for very busy place and you want to live in the buzzing place. I beg. You did not come here for that. I can live in a small community, and if I want to have fun, I can still go to the Brussels and have fun. Nothing is stopping you from going to Brussels to have fun, okay? But don't just come and you want to live in the busy places, in the big cities and all of that. You go enter one shock. We are rounding this video up very soon, but this point that I want to talk about is that don't come here and be trying to scam people. You will get into wahala. I know that some of you, especially my Nigerian brothers and sisters, I'm sorry to say this, but you guys already have a very bad reputation when it comes to scamming. Do you guys know that in my IT lecture, you guys were actually mentioned while I'm trying in my IT, one of my IT courses, okay, informatics for management. They have a particular section whereby we're talking about the disadvantages of IT. Okay, one of them that came up was Nigeria scam, and I'm like, who? They're like, yes, because of IT now a lot of people use it to scam. And then they say the popular one is the Nigerian scam, whereby people tell you that they are I beg, I don't want to go into that, but when you come here, don't scam. Okay, this is not just for Nigeria, this is for us generally. Do your legit work. There are people here that scam, I know. There are people here that scam, but do your legit work. You don't want to get into trouble. When you come here, if it's your warehouse job, go and do your legit job. Learn new skills that will improve you and you will make your legit money. There's nothing as sweet as making your legit money. I don't get why some of you scam, because the same energy that you use to scam is the same energy that you could use to maybe start a business or use it to work. So what's the whole point? Please don't come here and start scamming. Okay, you put yourself in issues, you can be deported, you can be locked up for a very long time. And best believe, as an African, if you're locked up for something like scamming, your matter go stay. The last point to crown all of this is that as you come here, I know this, I still complain. Some of these things I'm still guilty of, some of them I'm working on it, some of them I've overcome them. Don't join the association of complainers. We complain about the weather, we complain about this one, we complain about the system. We are always complaining from one thing to the other. Immerse yourself in the system, okay? Just pretend as if you were born here and immerse. Yes, you can never cancel the fact that you are African, you can never cancel the fact that you are from a different country. Of course, your values and cultures from those other countries will never, you know, be missing or forgotten. But when you come here, immerse yourself in the system, okay? Instead of joining the over complaining, that's this and that and that, okay? Try as much as possible not to complain, because I feel like when you stop complaining, you actually start seeing things in the bigger picture and things more beautiful than they are, okay? So don't over complain. Yes, once we'll complain. Even when I was living in Cameroon, that is where they gave birth to me, I used to complain. Yeah, we'll complain 1 or 2 times, but don't join the complaining gang that they feel like nothing in this Belgium is working, okay? People will complain there are no jobs, and I'm always like, who said there are no jobs? Is it the same jobs that I'm applying and even refusing some of the jobs, or is the same job? I don't understand. What do you mean by there are no? You see, so don't join that group of people that are always so negative. In fact, everything is just bad in this Belgium. Don't join those set of people, okay? Try not to complain, try to immerse yourself in the system. And yeah, so we've come to the end of this video. These are some of the don'ts that I have to tell you guys. I'm going to do a part 2 of this video where I just explain some of the do's, okay, and some of the things that I feel that you should do when you come to Belgium. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if this video was helpful. But before we go, please don't forget to hit on the red subscribe button, like, comment, share, and all that good stuff. And I'm going to see you in my next one. Bye.